Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Supreme Blood 2020 as Russia in the ethnic Russian revenge scenario. Yeah. And as such, we are, as Russia as you can see, and we are already allies with Belarus, which through the intelligence report we already have been basically graciously allowed, quote unquote, with unlimited passages for our forces, so it should technically be easy to have our forces to just, well, pass through their territory, particularly when it comes to the invasion of Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Which, the reasons for an invasion of these Baltic nations, well, here's the description right here. Basically, some received threats to, well, ethnic Russians that are in the Baltic States, and to annex them. But, of course, the main question, as it says here, how would the rest of Europe react? I already went ahead and deployed units. I already went ahead to make some new allies best I can. But I didn't have to delay. Let's just go to war. And launch the invasion of the Baltic States. And because we have access through Belarus, we can just, well, hold right through their territory. Same can be said for the units that are over here, so let's just move up. Lots of messages for our allies. Oh, and I did went ahead to build a lot of building projects because for some reason in this scenario Russia has no agricultural capacity, good amount, no water capacity, no timber. Oil is fine, coal is fine, metal ore is fine, sort of. Uranium and all, build one more and that's maximum. Electrical powers, dependable, I suppose, so build 3 of those, I guess. Consumer, okay, but I'll build 7. Industrial, build 8 more. Military, build 2 more, just to be safe. And now that we're allies with several nations, especially including Kazakhstan, Belarus is most obvious, but also Serbia, Romania, Armenia, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, and in up here, South America will be Argentina, in the Caribbean is Cuba, and in the Americas, Central America especially, Mexico. So those are our current allies. And as such, let's do what we can and wait and see what the rest of Europe would say. But anyway, Lithuania is already easily conquered. Next up is Latvia. And since this is going to be rather bit of a curb stomp anyway as Russia, so this is going to be rather easy, but I'm not going to end after just conquering these nations, but continue forward to see how long can this one episode be to see how many nations can Russia annex in the time frame that I would prefer for this scenario. And I'm only going to do one episode, not a whole series of episodes, particularly for this scenario. This is going to be a one episode only. It will be nice to continue forward because Russia is a bit of a juggernaut, particularly with its massive army. But I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to deal with just this one episode to see how many nations in just one in the next 28 or so minutes, or 27, I don't know, minutes in this episode to see of this scenario to see how many nations we can conquer. The Baltic States being obvious, but who else? Speaking of which, who else can we go to war with? Poland has a war justification, but we only have 60%. Belarus is not at war with anybody else yet. So we're just gonna wait and see what happens next. As for the most of the world right now, there's nothing much. Although I'm pretty sure there's a strong possibility of going to war with China, which we are likely to go to war with them because of them declaring war on Mongolia and Thailand. And, oh, right, better get some more allies, particularly Turkmenistan. That's going to have to choose between us or China in this case. Though I wouldn't be surprised if Vietnam is attacked or Vietnam declares war on China anyway, whichever vice versa. In the meantime, Riga, Latvia's capital, is now easily conquered. Who's next? Each nation has their own allies, so Azerbaijan, Bulgaria. What about Estonia? Austria. Okay. Well, that's kind of it. More treasury benefits, and Serbia at war. We still have good relations, but who are they at war with? Oh, Croatia and Bosnia. Oh, okay. Now we can make another new ally, Syria in this case. Not gonna bother mutual defense, but they are at war with Israel. Though I will be surprised if Israel managed to win this time by conquering whole of Syria. But likelihood when it comes to the Israeli AI, probably not. Poland? Alright, let's go to war. You attack our ally, you deal with us. Military facilities and blah 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 blah. Whatever. Anyway, oh. Okay. And of course, victory. We could quit the menu, but like I said, I'm just going to continue on to see, for this one episode, to see how many nations we can conquer, or how much damage we can do in the 30-minute time frame. Anyway, with that, let's just get these guys up here, because I think it's best to just, I'm going to let Belarus do what they can over here on their front. As for us, let's just conquer the north, the northern territories at least. Okay, this war is going. Now, Ukraine, we don't have any war justification unless they declared war on Belarus. Then we have no choice but to join in. As for other nations, we are good relations with Iran, but we're not happy. Reason? Their declaration of war against Kuwait. Right. Well, anyway. Okay, let's just take this town. The rest of you take this one. As for these units, just do whatever they can to deal with the Polish forces there. And I'm not going to deal with any of the massive amount of messages about the amount of building projects being done. And of course I'm going to buy a bond, reduce taxes just a bit, not by much. And of course lots of research that I already started anyway. But let's just move along. Bombarded, as be expected. Can we go to war with... Yep, we can go to war with China. They're at war with the Georgia Republic, India, Mongolia, and Thailand. And North Korea is attacking South Korea, which I did make some few things to trade, particularly to get just line of sight treaty, non-aggression, and etc. etc. When it comes to technically being allies with North Korea, but when it comes to Russia, but I don't know. Oh, and Haiti. Alright, we've got another ally there from the Caribbean. Land fabrication, nice to know. And our overwhelming numbers is overwhelming. Just move there. Belarus is actually doing well here. The capital, Warsaw, or however it's spelled here, is getting a bit too dangerously close to being fall eventually. But like anything in this game, unless your country's at a certain size, you can technically capture a capital and end the war early, like what happened with the Baltic States. But if your territory is really large, then automatically that's nullified. And what the hell is going on here with Armenia? Can we declare... No, we can't, because Armenia probably was the one that declared war. Yep. It's Armenia. And I don't think we can deal with... I don't know. Wait, what? I'm a little curious about the religious aspect. Armenia has 94.7% other Christians and all that. Whereas Armenia is, well, Shia Muslims and Sunnis. Okay. Well, I don't know. We don't have a casus belli. They have a casus belli, but there's nothing we can do. Georgia Republic, I'm not going to bother with them. But anyway, it looks like Poland is going to fall very soon. Now, as for China... Are they at war with anybody else? The Philippines? I don't know. Oh? Okay, the South Koreans are being pushed back, but I'm pretty sure that's only temporary. In the meantime, I suppose to prepare for an invasion of China, better get some of these units in position at least. These units prepare over here, I guess. All of you on the border. We cannot get an alliance with Mongolia. But we can pass through Kazakhstan's borders, territory, so let's just prepare here. Whoops. That's not what I meant. Just to be extra sure, just entrench there. Meanwhile... Alright, who is this time? Ukraine, really? Yeah, 50... You know what? Screw what the rest of the international community would say. Invade. Invade. And get these units across. Poland is losing a lot of territory, of course. And the AI making some rather odd decisions. Move across, please. Oh, if you capture that. You capture that. And everybody else just do whatever they want. The Navy hasn't really done much. But I might as well just change that a little bit. What about Finland? They have a war justification, so... I don't know. Alright, they're... Okay, better get these units across into Belarus's territory. Capture all these, then head toward Kiev, Ukraine's capital. Just deal with that. You know what? When it comes to China, I'm not gonna bother unless Vietnam's at war with China or any nations that are allies are attacked by China. So I'm not gonna bother with that. Okay, capture this. Move up. Capture this. Rest of the army over here is partisans. Well, that's... I suppose you're supposed to be expecting that to happen. Let's bring in the Air Force and help take the capital of Warsaw. Over here... several aircraft over here for some reason. Deal with that. Now, what about these units? Slowly making their way, but let's try and just enter the territory immediately. And then entrench. Or not, because of the units need to be getting across the river. Now get in there and entrench. No mutual defense messages. Remove all that. Okay, Warsaw's still not falling. Let's try and get more aircraft. Always have our artillery, but constantly getting reinforced. Okay, can you please take this town? Where is the rest of the Russian army? Oh, never mind. Yep, the capital's moved. Now it's at Lodz, wherever that is. It's time to move forward unless Poland collapses financially. Well, let's just move along. Capture those. Now, what's our... Oh. Okay, we'll just continue a little more. Poland's gone. Belarus has gone a nice chunk of territory for themselves. Meanwhile, Ukraine is, of course, proving to be a little bit more tougher than, well, I suppose most Russians would expect. Well, let's move forward. Trench. Select all the units. Take out that T-72. T-72 M1. Now let's head toward this village and capture it. If it's possible. Alright. Capture that. Now to get these units on the other side. Armenia isn't looking too good. We don't have a war. We don't have a casus belli, so there's really no point. And of course, I could just attack anyway. I'm just gonna ignore. China. Okay, that's quite it, I guess. Vietnam's not at war with China. Just for the hell, we'll just go to war anyway. What about the units that are here in Kazakhstan? Alright, let's move forward then. Grab enough units that are up here, whatever units that are up here, get over there. Even if the Chinese Air Force is going to be annoying. Yep, China's going to be pretty tough, I will admit. Wait, what class of ships do I have? Oh. Never mind. Okay, we've not quite taken that town. Get these units to attack here. As for the Kazakhstan conflict area, a little bit confusing, it would seem. Just a bit. Actually, you know, all of you take that town, the rest of you head up there, I guess, and do whatever you want. Ukrainian front. Lots of reinforcements from both sides, thanks to Belarus's indefinite access to their territory. Of course, Germany does have a jurisdiction to go to war if they want to. When that would happen, who knows? Let's just keep moving. Let's see, Serbia, what are you doing? Or how are you doing, I should really say. Not bad. Not bad against Bosnia. Croatia, I'm not so sure. Mexico. You're not at war with the United States. Yet. As always, it's just a matter of time before the United States goes to war. South America. Yeah, pretty standard. Pretty much the standard there. Anyway, let's just move along. We're getting close to the Ukraine's capital. Gotta get this not Bradley, BMP moving up. Capturing those. You get over here and take this small town, if possible. Get rid of those, get rid of this, get rid of that. Let's just take this. Okay, all of you get over here, because you know what? I keep changing my mind every time, but I suppose just because of this being the only episode of the scenario, and pretty much so because it was pretty short, I might as well prepare for the full-scale invasion of Europe. Particularly, let's say Germany, the Czech Republic, maybe Slovakia, maybe. But that kind of depends, I guess. And just prepare quickly as I can for the invasion. Belarus, I don't know what they're gonna do though. Just deal with these units. Get aircraft. And deal with Ukraine. Now for China. Okay, this side is doing well. Other side. Somewhat of a mixed result. We'll just get in there. Well, Russian forces are not really as numerous on this side near the Manchurian border. Considering this area being rather spread out, I'm not quite surprised by the progress. Let's try and take this small town. And how's... okay. Okay, can we please try and take the capital? Not sure what Belarus is doing for their units there. Over there, all of you take one town, please. All of you, I suppose conquer that. Or actually turn around and deal with the Crimean Peninsula. Which in this game is still, technically, still part of Ukraine. Now, how's the rest of the army? We're getting there, we're getting there. Let's get ready for the finale, if you will. Okay, this is proving to be a little more difficult. Can we get all of you over here? And for the hell of it, invade, invade. Mutual defense is invoked by Germany, not surprised. Okay then, I guess Finland is next. Invade. Just do whatever they want, just let the AI do whatever it wants. And I suppose I could help out Armenia.
We need reinforcements.
Don't care about the United Nations expulsion, and of course partisans. Really don't care about those. Okay, if we can just take that town, I suppose, and as for the war front here, things are actually looking good. With the exception of some towns. Okay, so Ukraine will survive. I guess that's to be expected. Meanwhile, the German army they're actually doing well. Kudos to them. Finland, somewhat of a different story. And I suppose grab these units and head them up over here. Send them over to Finland. Another partisan unit. And nation relations, don't care. At least now we're going to be helping Armenia. And conquer more of their land. Whereas Armenia will be getting a little bit of theirs for their own. That. Battlefront for Germany is really intensifying, with Berlin getting a little too close for comfort for the people, I guess. Meanwhile, Finland front. The Finnish front. Not really much. Just keep moving against Armenia. I mean, Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan? Yeah, Azerbaijan. China. This front's surprisingly doing well. Grabbing territory bit by bit. On the Manchurian, not quite. But I might as well let the AI do whatever they want here. Move forward. Nobody over there. Any reserves gotta deploy. And now, maximum taxes. Almost non-existent social spending, but maybe not too high. Or, nah, don't really care. Moving into Berlin. The Czech front is not progressing that fast. Deal with them. Ukraine front has stalled. Most of the units here are dead. And the rest of the units are pretty much scattered. Mutual defense is invoked. Really don't care by this point. Yeah, progress has stalled. Really don't care about the economy, really don't care. Yep, $16 million in the treasury now. Yeah, don't care. Chinese fronts are somewhat stable. Here, not so much. Well, actually doing well here, but it's a bit stalled. Finnish front's slow. German front's lost. Czech front. Really don't quite care. And of course, the economy is surprisingly back up. Now, we didn't buy a new bond, but I guess that's to be expected. Alright, will you please take that? Now, these units deal with whatever's going on over there. Get over there. All of you get over here, and let's get the Air Force over here. But I'm almost running out of time, so I'll just continue a little more, and that'll be it. If I want to do a series, I probably would be worrying about the economy, but since I'm not, I really don't quite give a damn about the economy whatsoever. And this is just a short to see how many nations we can deal with, or what kind of damage we can do. And considering the way it is, it's kind of a mixed result. So we only conquered about 4 nations or so. Ukraine is proving tough than expected. Germany, kind of expected. The Czech Republic, I have mixed feelings about what's going on here. But anyway, I'm gonna wait until the next day starts, and that'll be the end. So this is a bit of a short kind of scenario to deal with. And as such, I'm gonna stop here, because, well, this is a very short scenario of conquering three Balkan nations, and that's it. Even though most of Europe didn't respond to what was going on, since it was rather quick. But it's interesting for Russia to be in the middle of a new world war, it seems. But, like I said, I don't care. This is going to be the only episode. And hope to see you again in another scenario or campaign. So, see you then.